Have you ever thought, man, what if the heroes in PvZ Heroes had another class? Probably not. Unless you really like PvZ Heroes and watch JTV as much as I do. So basically, I'm gonna explain what I think each hero's third classes would be. Some will have actual reasons for it, and others will just be like, if it's the vibe, lol. So anyways, subscribe if you want to, and I'll just go ahead and get into my explanations. Let's begin. For Green Shadow, she uses amphibious plants, and having bullseye cards on her team could help her have a more set strategy, since it's mentioned that she lacks one on the wiki. For Solar Flare, she generates sun well and would do nicely summoning heavier damaging plants from the Mega Gurt class, like a Potatosaurus, for example. Moving on to Wall Knight, he has lots of potential to protect stronger plants such as Witch Hazel and building up team-up plants with Go Nuts, along with getting them out quicker with Sun Producers. As a hardcore Chompzilla main, I can say with confidence that if she had the Kabloom class added on, it would benefit her strategy with more aggressive plants, or at least that just fits her intended strategy. Spadao would have the Solar class added on because he is shown with flowers, and the Solar class is commonly made of flowers, and I also feel like it could work together well with this strategy. I don't know, I've played Spadao like 3 times tops. In Citron's case, he would have Mega Grow added on because I believe that buffing cards would benefit his protecting cards, potentially making the heavy hitters untouchable for a turn so they can deal some good damage while they're out on the field. I decided that Grass Knuckles would get Kabloom added on because, you know, you could be annoying. You could be so annoying. But in all honesty, that could make his aggro decks even better with swarming and even temporarily guarding your heavy hitters if you're low on sun with like Pushrooms or something. That could be huge. I don't know. For Nightcap, I just decided to tack on Guardian because like I've just barely played him, but Guardian seems to fit his general vibe, especially with all of his Justice stuff going on. And now that we're on to Rose, I decided that I would add Kabloom to her because I feel like swarming plants could work well with her control strategies since you could fill up the board easier. I don't know, don't quote me at that. I don't really use control decks. So now that we're at Captain Combustible, I'm going to say that I feel like Guardian would be the third class that suits him best. Because honestly, I don't feel like Smarty or Solar would really work well with him because, I don't know, maybe Solar because heat, but whatever. I just feel like Guardian suits him best in terms of a third class. Concluding the plant heroes, I decided that Beta Carotina would get Solar added because with her Carrot team-up superpower, I forget his name, and her main superpower that could provide good team-ups to protect her Sun Producers or even work with them in other beneficial ways. And now that we're on to the zombies, I would like you to note that I'm not as good with the zombies as I am with the plants because I've barely played them compared to the plants, but I'm not completely helpless when it comes to them, so I will try my best. Please go easy on me. With that out of the way, we'll move on to the first hero, which is Super Brains, and I decided that he'll get Beastly because, like, I don't know. Have you seen that man's build? He's a beast. I don't really know what else to say. And now that we are on the Smash, I'm adding Crazy, because just look at him. He's got nothing left. That is a man with maybe half a brain cell and nothing else to his name. Yes, Infinity. So, for him, I'm adding Hardy, because, well, okay, so let me explain. Personally, I don't think Hardy suits his vibe very well, but with some of the tricks I've seen him use, I think Hardy would be a good pairing with him, ? With brute strength, he could buff both attack and health with Hardy cards at the same time, especially with his usage of Imps, with his main superpower, that could assist aggro decks well. My boy of Rustbolt. So for him, I'm adding on Sneaky. I honestly don't even have a good explanation for this one. Brainy and Hardy are so good for him that I can't imagine him with any other classes. He's just perfect as the goofy little goober he is, and we love him for that. Okay, so now that we're on Electric Boogaloo, I also decided to give him Sneaky. But, you know, well, I don't know, with the way he's generally played, the Imps and Deadly cards would suit his playstyle well, I guess. You'd think I know more about him with him being my zombie main, but I really don't. Tragic. Brain Freeze. Well, I'm giving him Brainy. Considering Super Brains is the tutorial hero you face and Brain Freeze is a counterpart to Green Shadow, the tutorial hero you play as, I also think it'd be a good fit. Also, Brain is literally in his name, so go figure. Okay, so, Professor Brainstorm. Hear me out on this one. Professor Brainstorm teaches at a zombie college, right? Schools usually have big sports programs. The Hardy class is commonly associated with sports zombies. Therefore, that's the next class that would fit him best. I don't know. Heroes weren't meant to have third classes, so I'm kinda doing a lot of improvising here. Cut me some slack. I think Immorticia's fairly easy in terms of deciding because... Okay, listen. This is a witch lady who lives in a mansion in the middle of nowhere who yells at kids on Halloween. She's crazy. Come on. She would definitely have the crazy class. Zemek gets brainy. So, he's a silly guy, but it does say in his description that he watched giant mecha anime for 12 hours straight once upon a time, so that's gotta mean he's a giant nerd. Which means smart. He probably has autism. Me too, little guy, me too. Alright, for Neptuna, she gets beastly because, alright, come on, man, her main superpower is literally throwing an octopus in a chosen lane. She was made for pet zombies, dude, I'm telling you. And lastly, Huge Giganticus. He gets crazy because, well, he's a crazy little baby man. What else do I have to say? But honestly, though, nothing else really fits him in my opinion. So that's it. That's basically what I have for what I think each third class for all the heroes and PvZ heroes would be. I hope you at least enjoyed listening to what my thoughts would be on the subject. Subscribe if you want to, and perhaps I will see you in the next video. Bye.